Hello and welcome to All I Do Is for the last 18 days travel to Portugal. However, the government have just ripped that ability away from you and now flights to get home are over £1,000. Good luck if you're there. I am Tom Elwes. I'm joined as ever by my co-host Mr. Ali Woods.
Hey listeners, hey Tom. First question off the bat. Why are you trying to leave this country?
What you got?
What's wrong with a domestic holiday? What's every week? Oh no, I can't go to Jamaica, Portugal. What is wrong with going to Scunthorpe?
Look, I'll tell you, the issue is, Ali, some of us are not plagued with the genetic disposition of not being able to go in sunshine.
See why me having a big dick is a problem in this instance.
Some of us have the ability to see sunshine and would like to see it, and that is why it's quite stressful. I was thinking, actually, the UK and like Freedom Day and everything, and the UK going ahead, would you be happy if the UK was like completely open, but we could never leave the UK?
Ever? For the rest of
Let's just say like a year, for the next year.
Would I be happy with that?
Yeah. Or would you rather in and out of sort of restrictions and weirdness and testing and all that stuff, but you can go abroad, you can go, to Europe.
So those are the options. UK is fully open, go wherever, free entry, queue jump, all that sort of stuff.
Whatever you want,
yeah, wristband. Or for a year, but you can't leave.
Yeah.
So you go to Northern Ireland.
Yeah, your lad's holiday is in Whitstable.
But what else is new? Like that's been the case. That's been the case for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And by lads, yes, Scrabble team. I'm talking about you.
Yeah. All the values.
The crew, Cluedo champions 2016 and 17.
Yeah.
Or basically you have maybe 2 months of travelling and then 2 months of lockdown. 2 months of travelling, 2 months of lockdown.
Yeah.
I would rather keep the UK open for that time.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't travel much. I don't go on holiday.
None of that surprises me. But
because I'm busy working for a better community for this great country. Vote for me in the upcoming.
And I'll keep the borders closed 100% of the time, even once COVID is over. I'm bringing back the British seaside. That's my number one policy.
Number one policy.
Yeah.
The great British seaside. But I don't go on holiday. I generally so. I went on a holiday in 2017 to Portugal, actually, to Lisbon. Great, if you can go. Book your flights now.
Yeah.
Return within 1 hour.
Cheap. Right now, actually.
And then I didn't go abroad for maybe a year and a half.
Wow.
And then I went to Barcelona with my dad.
Right.
Lad's holiday.
Yeah.
It wasn't
biggest geezer I know.
To watch Man United play. And that was only because we got tickets to Man United Barcelona.
Right.
And then but the next sort of actual scheduled holiday I went to was Santorini with the boys, which I've talked about on this podcast in August.
Bit of a weird holiday, to be honest, with the lads.
What do you mean, a bit of a weird holiday? Everyone was there.
In couples.
In their couples, proposing to each other. And we were doing shots. Yeah. We were getting the limoncello in.
You and all the boys at the bar being like, I could definitely hook up with her if you didn't have a boyfriend. Yeah, definitely.
That was the game. The game was see if you can ruin someone's engagement.
Marriage, yeah.
That wasn't obviously respect, sanctity of marriage, good Christian marriage. Or maybe not even Christian.
Yeah, Sikh, Hindu, whatever. We're open to it all,
So, what would you have?
I think people would go a bit. I think Britain is an amazing country, but I think just Britain and no ability.
Why the but?
And no ability to leave ever, or like for a year. Let's say for another year, and you just have to stay in England. That it gets a bit claustrophobic. I think.
But how dare you? I mean, didn't you enjoy the sun for 6 days?
Yeah,
that was great, wasn't it? I mean, it's raining, tipping it down all day today, but didn't you enjoy that?
This lovely June weather we're having.
This is why I wouldn't do it. Partly because I think it would be bad for everyone else.
Right.
So I know this is my life I live. If it was up to me, for me I would do it, but I feel like everyone would.
If it was up to you, you'd just be like, well, everyone just sit at home in your bedroom because that's exactly where you need to be. It's so much fun in there. It's safe. It's dry. And you got a PlayStation.
What else? PlayStation, you got curtains.
Yeah.
Open or close.
Yeah.
Dealer's choice.
Whatever you want.
You get your oven pizza from the kitchen, eat it, try and play some more Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Government actually just yesterday released a report saying that they wanted to encourage gaming for kids and actually make it like a big export and like make it a big part of British sport in the next 10 years.
Yeah, it's already a huge export. Yeah. The British gaming industry is worth more than the British film industry.
No, about like competitive gaming, like
esports.
kids getting into esports.
Hey, we're already out of that. Can you imagine? Do you know when your reactions peak?
When you're like 17 or something.
No, not that. 22.
Really?
For most people, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm out of that, and you're sort of 16, 17 years done. So
I do genuinely think I was a better COD player aged 17 than now.
Yeah, obviously. COD player. Yeah, because you got distracted by dating and going out and drinking.
Loser.
That's why you did.
I remember the nerdiest thing ever, right? My mate came round, and I'll show you for the people on the TV, right? He worked out where the middle of the TV was, and he put a bit of blue tack on it so he could just no scope with a sniper rifle constantly.
Wow.
Yeah. Part of you likes that, and it's like, I won't not be doing that when I go home.
The biggest surprise for me is that you had a friend like that. That is the biggest for me.
He wasn't really a friend. He was a bit weird.
You're one of those mum's friends. You know, your mum's trying to set you up with
you gotta like hang out with this guy.
That's how we started this podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out Ms. Elwes, legend. Sort of hooking me up. How you been?
With what?
With your life.
Oh yeah, fine.
You weirdo. What sort of business are you referring to? What sort of comedy industry, like news, something like that?
No, yeah, good. Dog's good.
Did you enjoy doing the Good Friends podcast?
I did enjoy. We had friends of the show, Lucy Mountain, who hooked us up with her podcast with her friend Sarah, and we went on and we did their podcast, and it was lovely. It was
very intimate friends.
Very, very. It was a good time all round.
How did we get that on that again?
Well, just through friends.
That's all we did. It was all very friendly, and it was friends, and it was close friends podcast, and it was great, and I enjoyed doing it.
Ali had a great time.
I had a great time.
They're going to come on this podcast as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I mean, Tom said some pretty heinous stuff there on that podcast.
Also, I thought this podcast was just for boys. So.
Just for lads. It is now. The blokier, the better.
Yeah.
That's it'd be a bit weird if we had women on the podcast. We used to. Do you remember when we used to have guests and stuff?
Oh.
That was a time. Can you imagine?
Waste of time.
Do you know
mate.
all the comments on our videos?
Where are the guests?
Oh no. The comments on all our old videos are just like, why do these hosts keep talking? These idiots. One woman commented on a YouTube video. I think it was our one with Sindhu V, which is doing very well. Sindhu V is a fantastic comedian. If you don't know her, check her out. But she just said they've got the name right for this podcast because these guys are the worst hosts ever.
Part of me respects it.
I rate that a lot.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, that we weren't. You know, what their guest wasn't always the focal point of the podcast, and I feel like that's what we kind of went.
I never had that as a focal point of the podcast. How many zingers can I get in today? Was for me. We're not averse to getting guests on still, but we're waiting for the right guests, aren't we?
Yeah, they got to trickle in. So anyway, back to the Portugal.
Thanks for asking me how I am, by the way. Cheers,
how are you? Good.
Fine.
Good. There we go. Well, I knew you would be. It's all right. If you had a pressing issue,
how are your restrictions going?
You would have done it at the beginning of the podcast.
How are your restrictions going?
Beautiful. Look,
Tense? No, tense.
No, he's being funny because he knows.
That is embarrassing. But I've not been doing good with the dieting.
Oh, really? Not good at all.
So what I did one night, so I've moved house recently. You never find me, don't try. But I moved house recently, and it's a pretty good pad. Whatever, get over it. You've been invited around one day. I've invited you a few times, but no answer yet.
No, I've always said
very busy, but that's all right. I got back from a gig one time, and I just sat in my room and Googled the food establishments that would still be open around when you get back from.
Right, and what
so
we
now
looking
I've got
at?
them all saved. So I'll tell you what. Third place is the Hungry Cow, which I've been to before actually. Burger place stays open until 1 a.m.
Right, good.
You don't obviously fancy a burger when you come back. But
right, yeah.
Second place, Doner Kebab place.
That's going to be tough.
Talking.
Yeah.
First place, perfect fried chicken.
Oh.
4-minute walk away from where
If it did grilled chicken wings, that wouldn't be terrible for you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I ain't getting that.
No, just the dirty fried.
I went there once. You know what? Perfect fried chicken, I'm sorry, but it wasn't perfect.
It wasn't perfect.
It was dry, I need to get some hot sauce in it. Anyway, but chicken aside, I'm not doing well on the dieting. I had pizzas.
Just
pizzas are good, aren't they? Get a stuffed crust.
It's when your diet shifts and like pizza is like maybe like quarter of what you're eating, and that's when you're in trouble.
The old pizza's fine. When you have pizza Thursday and then Saturday, you're like, should we get pizza in?
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, we'll see. Well, it could be in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Could be in 3 weeks.
Shit.
Could be.
What are you thinking?
Well,
let's get on to the news.
We'll go back to what we were saying about Portugal. Look, I think that the government, it's very, very frustrating for people. Why do it for 18 days? Why do it at all? You know, it just seems so bizarre. They would have been aware of the Indian variant 18 days ago. So why put Portugal on the green list for everyone to go, spend all their hard-earned cash to fly out there to then be like, oh, no, you fucked, come back.
Bit of banner.
Yeah, bit of a laugh. But
this is the same government, though, that sent all kids back for a day.
That is true.
For a laugh.
Yeah, bit of a giggle. Just one. This is what you could have, like an induction.
Yeah, my sister's in Portugal right now, and she's flying back hopefully today. But if not, it was lovely knowing you, Lydia.
Wow.
Take care.
Did you have to fork out extra for the flight, or was she
it was always planned. It was she's literally got in there in time. You hope, but then
otherwise I have seen flights are like 7, 8 because it's Tuesday you have to get back before.
Yeah. I had a call with her just to check, and she seems really happy. She's coughing a lot.
Yeah,
quite warm.
Yeah, quite warm.
But she said that's probably sunburn, but she did look.
Yeah.
Like she had a fever. But I'm looking forward to seeing her to give her a big hug when she gets back. She gets back. I'm there in my...
No, what you need to remember is that all airports and planes are very safe, sterile environments, and it can't be spread in them at all.
100%. Have you been on a plane with a face mask on?
Yeah.
How did you find these?
Just fine. Absolutely fine. I just went to sleep. I did notice that a lot of people would go to sleep and then just slowly pull down the mask below their nose so they could breathe while they slept. But I would say... yeah, I mean, look, they've clearly fucked it here, and it's another example.
No, what?
Yeah, I know.
The government, really?
I know. Once again, they've clearly fucked it, and they should have done this. So they should have just never put Portugal on the fucking list. I don't understand why they would do it, because now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Indian variant, right, and then there's also the Nepal variant, aka the Delta variant.
That's a good name.
The Delta variant, yeah.
That's a good
and the
Delta variant.
The Delta variant
like,
already
a sort of paintball thing.
Already circling, right? And why do you think it might be circling in the UK? A lot of people are arguing
because a lot of people going Himalayas.
No, because it was in Portugal. They think that everyone went to Champions League final.
Oh, Porto, of course.
Yeah, and brought it back.
Well, look, I don't want to associate with any Chelsea or City fans anyway, so I should be fine. I think this is a good reason
to avoid them.
They should close the clubs.
Yeah.
They should say the trophies they won this year don't matter.
Null and void.
Don't count.
Yeah.
And they just say, right, you brought back the Indian variant. Fuck off.
All on you, mate. All on you.
Yeah, well, that's not good. But we keep talking about the Indian variant every week.
No, but it's like different now. The Delta variant. So they think the Delta variant is up 70 to 100.
Too many sequels. There's too many sequels, man. I can't be arsed now.
You know how much I like to track this news. So 70 to 100% more spreadable, and they think it is possibly up to 50% more lethal as well. So it's, and also it does
goes on the poster.
Shows,
but then you watch the film and it's fucking shit.
Yeah, it shows early
70 to 100% more. What did you say?
Transmissible.
50% more lethal. Yeah. And there's only one man that can stop him.
It sounds like an advert for it, doesn't it? It's not like a movie poster. It's just like now with added death.
Yeah, now with added death. By the way, Mooch is in the studio. No camera for Mooch today because he hasn't got his hair did. So he's.
I could come over that side, but.
He just can't bother.
Don't, I reckon.
Don't. Just don't.
How are you doing, Mooch? You okay?
Yeah, really good, man.
You spent some time in Newcastle. Did you pick up the Indian variant there?
No. We had the Geordie variant over there.
Why?
Which is fucking canny great.
Would you hope to get off some lass on the
I got a Geordie variant.
It's the friendliest variant. Yeah, it's.
I tell you what, this lass I'm talking to, she got a Geordie variant, but she fucking beauty. So just
fucking lethal, man.
She's fucking lethal. Yeah, I've been coughing since, but worth it. Apologies to any.
The cough on the time is all mine.
Cough on the time. But that was well. Thank you for bringing it back. Did a gig in Bolton yesterday, but it's fine.
Yeah. So it's.
Are you worried?
I am a little bit worried because Craig Ferguson, the professor, and he
Professor Craig Ferguson.
He is at a pretty good source of information. He was just like, yeah, I'm pretty scared. And also they said that it showed early signs of vaccine escape with Pfizer. I think it could make it if you've had one jab, you could be only 50% protected, and if you have even if you have 2 jabs, you could only still be 2/3 protected. So a third.
And Pfizer's like our best.
That's the best one.
Best weapon.
Yeah. I think it's just going to fucking piss on Oxford. What's the point?
Your nuts fall off.
Fuck knows what it'll do to the Russian Sputnik jab.
Sputnik jab. Yeah, but they probably planned that jab. Probably when you get COVID, it sort of enhances your muscle, reduces your lifespan by half, but you get super strong and super quick. So
the old Sputnik jab.
Sputnik jab. That's what everyone's going to be done for at the Olympics in 2021. And the Russians won the 100 meters with a time of 4.8 seconds, claiming he just had the Sputnik jab.
Yeah. So.
What do you think is going to happen on 21st of June then? I'm worried this restrictions thing is going to last till 2023, and I don't know how many pieces I can have. I'm
working out hard, but it's tough. No, I think we may get a slightly softened. They're not going to say unlocking. They're calling it a softening. I think is what the government terminology. Yeah, which is what happens to me after a few pints.
That's legends. That's what. You say when this is fuckboy moves right here. Are we having a lockdown, babe? Like, it is like a form of lockdown.
Yeah,
like, it's sort of official, like us being together. But I'm gonna call it like maybe a softening of the exclusivity part of the relationship. Like you can see other people, but like don't in it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and like I might. But also,
but I don't want to. I got a lot of love to give, and I don't want to stop giving that love to the people I know. Like, but like, obviously, I'm still in love with you as well at the same time.
I just don't,
But okay, so a softening, the softening.
Yeah.
So many films coming out.
Yeah. Huge.
That's the Delta variant.
Which I think they will just keep as is. I think they'll just keep. He's pretty happy, I think. Unless it's difficult because in a week we've basically doubled the level of cases, but it's where the deaths go.
No deaths. That was
there was 1 day of no deaths.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had 18 deaths, so we went from 0 to 18.
Apologies.
So there was 1 day of no deaths. Yes. However, we are now on 18 deaths yesterday, and we'll see today. So it's
Okay. Well, you never know.
How this will pan out.
Might be 0 again tomorrow. That's how it normally works.
Yeah.
Good day though, that wasn't it?
Yeah, we should remember that.
I do remember when I got that notification and it said 0 deaths, and I was like, and then it said, but there have been 3,000 cases, which is a rise. Which is quite a rise on the last week.
I just find it weird, like other countries across the world. I mean, my girlfriend's Australian, and
all right,
Victoria.
Mate, you got a girlfriend.
Yeah, I know, whatever. But she, Victoria, the state where she lives in Melbourne, they've shut the whole thing down for no deaths, just 15 cases.
Yeah.
And they shut a whole state down.
Yeah. Would you want to do that then?
What? But I think if these variants keep going and it just keeps on going, this process keeps going, your only option
is got the Vin Diesel variant coming.
F9, they're calling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
XXX variant.
It's merged with John Cena.
Exactly. Yeah.
The only way that we will be able to defeat it properly is if we just went like Australia and we just fucking went island mentality and just everyone locked it down to the.
That's what I've been saying for the last 10 years, mate.
Yeah. The Brexiteers finally getting what they want. They really want.
Speaking of Brexit, did you see that Tim Martin's been complaining?
Why?
Okay, you don't know who Tim Martin is, Weatherspoon's owner, and we are still. Have you been to Weatherspoon's yet? You've been to Weatherspoon's, haven't you?
No, I haven't actually. Since the boycott, no.
So, you got fresh trainers?
Yeah.
Oh, show them to the.
I can't. They got product brand.
Oh, is it? Oh, we don't want to do that.
It's not an advert.
No, he hasn't got fresh trainers. He's wearing flip flops with weird, gross hobbit feet. I don't know why I added that.
Very hairy.
I just feel like you got hairy feet.
No. Smooth. Really? Slender.
Flippers. So good for you. So Tim Martin has this week been complaining. He's not happy. He says there's got to be a relaxation of EU immigration laws because no one wants to work in Wetherspoons.
No one wants to work in Spoons.
Basically, loads of staff haven't turned back up to work for Wetherspoons since they opened. This is also in tandem with him a year ago saying, I'm not going to put you on furlough. If you want to get money, go get another job. So now he's saying, well, look, we're running short on bar staff and we need EU migrants to come and work for us.
Come on.
And
Seriously.
Tim Martin, if you didn't know, was one of the biggest proponents of Brexit. He loved it, outspoken very much. Did you ever go to a Spoons during the Brexit, the months leading up to the election?
No.
They had little pamphlets at the
about
thing.
Brexit.
Yeah, even in like East London, like it wasn't even like regional, like they were like focused on. Like I remember going to Wetherspoons around Shoreditch. There's one, and actually there's not. Don't go. But there's one. But I was like sitting there waiting for friend of the show Adam Kumas. Won't get him on again. And I just picked up this thing, thinking it was a menu, and it just said, this country needs to defend itself.
Oh my God. Well, now it's defending itself. And
better together. There
is a massive shortage in staff in like restaurants, bars, loads of stuff. Because what they say, like just in London, they say possibly up to 1 million people left during the pandemic. So that's a lot of jobs.
Good. And 600,000 of those were comedians.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So finally, get a spot again.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I have to sit through 12 other twats.
Yeah. So that's
it. If you're doing comedy or special, keep
going. Well, can you even call I don't even know. I think there should be a threshold from when you can call yourself a comedian. I
wouldn't call you a comedian. Obviously, I would. Very funny. Come to Tuesdays, Adif. Vauxhall, we had a couple people messages saying this week was sold out. And it was technically because there were no tickets. So no tickets to sell because they were filming something BBC that we weren't invited to be on.
Was it actually the BBC mooch?
I've been told it was. They're fucking off now, so you can have an ask.
I'll ask him. Be like, what were you shooting, lads?
Yeah, and
I don't know. There was like a couple of city bikes, so I don't know if it was for the BBC after all. Unless they're just
bikes. What do you mean? Isn't like
just like they were like it's kind of a blue Boris bike, but I think maybe it's a fake Boris bike because obviously if it's the BBC they probably can't have.
Oh, they can't use it.
The Santander
can't
ones.
promo Boris bikes.
Yeah, but we just did.
We'll
literally the only good thing he's ever done, I would have said.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
he didn't
his
actually
idea
do
as well.
that. Yeah,
it wasn't his idea.
It was Ken
Livingstone. It just came through when he was in charge. We'll go up to them and be like, BBC, yeah? Be like, yeah. What are you filming? And they're like, oh, you're just a stand-up comedy variety. Getting new acts, lots of new acts from the London scene on.
Yeah, on those.
And they'll be like, are you comedians? They're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen your stuff actually.
Yeah. No, you're Tom Ali. Yeah. You're recording the what is it? Fail pod.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, we're super busy filming these.
See you later, boys.
This guy's on his 8th gig and he's just smashing it up there. And rightly so. Don't begrudge them.
One day, listeners, they'll let us on TV. One day we will get there, and that'll be a huge day for us.
Yeah, and it'll be Netflix making the murder. But
Ali's killed me finally.
One podcast, 2 guests, 1 crime.
Yeah.
So Tuesdays, Adif, Vauxhall, you're always welcome. Thank you so much to people who come down. And also, if you want an extra episode every week, patreon.com/AdifPod. Donate. Thank you to all our Patreon backers. We'll see you on Tuesday for that episode. So, Tom, what other news have we got in the...
So, the other news in the bank, other than all the variants and us all possibly dying, is that YouTuber Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend in a bout of the ages.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Everyone in the boxing world wanted to see it for years, haven't they?
Not just the boxing world, the YouTube comment section world as well. They've been calling for this for months now. So
when they get sort of PewDiePie versus Mike Tyson, that's what. Then we'll get it back.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. What do you think of this then, Tom? You've been quite outspoken about YouTubers
fighting. Great.
Involved.
I just really hope he gets hurt. I want him to
Floyd,
get. No. Yeah.
But he's huge, Logan Paul, compared to Floyd Mayweather. What's going on here?
I've got a photo which I'm going to bring up.
We don't want to see that, Mooch, for fuck's sake. You're always trying to get...
It's just me being huge.
It's either it's going to be a dick pic or something more offensive, a scan of his baby. Don't give a shit, mate. But Logan is... Because I saw them doing the old face-off thing. Yeah. Very homoerotic.
Yeah. I mean, all fighting like that is pretty...
It's pretty sweaty boys just getting close to each other.
Starey out lads.
Yeah,
whoa,
man's looking hench.
Look at his arms.
That's
Floyd.
That is
cheap.
COVID is.
That is something out of Rocky.
That is fucking. He's looking big.
He's
That's what I'm gonna look like after restrictions.
Yeah,
I mean,
he does look like the who's the Russian bloke that he
Dolph
fights.
Lundgren.
Yeah, he looks like Dolph. He looks like.
Which I thought might have been short for Adolf, but apparently is not.
Okay.
Oh.
But there is a rapper called Young Dolph.
Called Young Dolph. Who's short for Young Adolf.
Whose first name is Adolf.
Wow.
I mean, just rap name or real name.
You get loads of cool little kids being called Adolf.
Yeah.
It's like trendy and hipster.
Both angles there. If you chose to be Young Adolf as your rap name, I've got questions. And if you were born Adolf, I've got questions for your parents.
Yeah. I think it's quite funny.
Young Adolf.
And then they got a sister called Stalin. But it's what happens to these dictators. They just become cultural, sort of funny icons. Like my mate was looking at flats, and there was a flat with an image, and it had a pop print of Chairman Mao.
Yeah. Breaking news.
Trendy Mao. Yeah.
Young Dolph has retired.
Oh dear. The Russians beat him.
He wants to spend more time with his family.
With Eva and that.
He drove off in his Volkswagen.
Exactly, yeah. Alternative. One last wave, you know how
Jesus Christ. He had 4.3 million followers. Oh, no, that's Dolph. Academics. That's someone
Is this
else.
Adolf Hitler or is this Young Dolph? I don't know who I'm more upset about, to be honest.
Both had a lot of followers. I mean,
he's lived quite a lot. How can that happen? Someone we've never heard of has gone through the whole fame and come out
retired at the other end.
Look at us still piddling away at this little...
What's the point? What is the point?
The point is, for the people who do listen, thank you very much for listening. So, Logan Paul, Floyd, quickly, what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win?
I obviously think Mayweather is going to win. However...
Really? But that guy's pretty huge.
I know he's so huge. The only way I could see it is if he just comes out in the first 2 rounds and just mullers him, but I just don't think he'll be able to hit him. I think
what's going to happen is he's going to tire him out, because there is a size advantage, but when you're that big, you do get gassed quite quickly.
Yeah.
And then round 8-9, he's just going to get knocked out because he can't lift his arms.
He'll do exactly what he did.
How old is Floyd Mayweather? Like 42?
42.
Jeez.
50-0 boxer though.
50-0 boxer, but he is 42. I think he'll do exactly what he did to McGregor, which was exactly that, and just knock him out. Well, not knock him out, but make the fight be stopped in the 10th round or whatever it was. He'll just gas him. He'll just absolutely gas him. It's going to be kind of dull, not dull to watch, but it's just whatever.
When is it? This weekend?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay.
It's just mad that people are talking about it, and people want to get on board and love it.
I don't understand why it's so mad. This is what is selling tickets. This is because boxing has always had an issue with so many different belts and stuff like that, and you needed a little bit of a story. It's like any fighting sport. It's basically male soap operas. So with UFC, when you've got Usman, who's kind of a bit of a boring fighter, no one's really interested, even though he's one of the world's best. But if you've got Floyd Mayweather or Conor McGregor,
or Khabib and his crew just beating up,
fighting
Khabib
bears.
was also another one that was kind of a bit boring
to watch,
because he wouldn't get involved in a lot of the shit that sells the fights. Jesus Christ!
That's him outside. You got fucking watch
Khabib.
out.
Yeah.
He's been swimming in this freezing river and he's there to fight.
He's there with a foghorn.
So I think this is just YouTubers exploiting what is needed to sell fights. They're marketers, and that's what they're doing. They're just marketing this fight to their audience, bringing in a new audience, and pissing off people, including old boxing fans who will probably watch it still.
Yeah, it's the next level of YouTube beefs. It's like YouTube beefs plus. It's like where do we go once you've had the war in the comment section? You slagged each other off on a podcast. It's like, right, fine.
There's also getting people to live stuff.
Yeah,
like we try and do. I mean, we are going to have to fight at some point.
Oh my god, I can't wait for that.
You know what I mean? Mooch, you can be ref.
Mooch can ref.
If you had to be in one person's corner, who would you be in, Mooch?
Oh, fucking God.
I think Ali's got you.
Yes. You are insane.
I take taijutsu.
I think like Tom, you're a nice guy. Ali is a fucking psychopath.
I'm a psychopath. Yeah, I'll get you.
Have you seen Ali play football?
Yeah.
I play with him with him loads.
He's all very friendly in this, but then he's more competitive, I think, than you are.
You don't know the dark side that.
But Tom does have the height and reach advantage.
Yeah. strength, stamina, like all those things.
I use that against them.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight you because I don't want to embarrass you, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I genuinely don't want to fight you, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've done my time of fighting inequality.
Yeah. My insecurities.
My insecurities.
Yeah.
Fighting my homosexuality.
Yeah. Repressing it.
Oh, speaking of which, happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy Pride Month.
A month now they have. A month.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks. Cheers.
Did you see all those memes? Oh, we talked about it before. We see all those memes about Matt LeBlanc, the looking like an Irish uncle. Did anyone see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. The Friends reunion.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched Friends reunion.
What did you think?
I just felt bad for Matthew Perry, man. He looks fucked.
Look rough.
He looks fucked, and like he just looks really lost, and like he's in the midst of addiction. To be honest,
He was an addict.
Oh, is he still addicted? Do you think?
Yeah, like he's relapsed or something has not gone right for him because
Mate,
he's
he
just
could just be old.
Nah, but the other guys are all. He's the youngest out of all of them, and they're all fine. Yeah.
How old is he?
I think Matthew Perry's.
They'll all be in their 50s.
If he's 25.
They're all in their 50s, but he's
50-year-old.
50 bang on.
But
Yeah.
Ross and Matt LeBlanc, Joey are older than him.
Yeah. Ross is like 56. Yeah.
So, and they seem pretty coherent with it. He's got some bad addiction issues. It's really sad, actually.
Well, you
and
can see it in the show because they'll end a series where he's really thin, then he'll come back and he's got
really
a lot
fat.
more weight. Yeah.
So he used to have this big Malibu mansion where he made it like a sober place for men who'd just come out of recovery. They could go and be in the sober house kind of thing. And he's done quite a lot for addiction and addiction issues. But I think he had a lot of like mental health problems as well going on there. And he spoke a bit about it on the reunion about like anxiety and like stress, and if he didn't get laughs, like he was really stressed by it. But it's the same old story with so many performers and comics. Like you turn to booze as a way of like relaxing and making you feel normal and
because you're around it so much.
Yeah. Also, like, imagine being fucking Chandler from Friends, like. Just you couldn't go.
Could you be any more addicted?
Yeah, you couldn't go or do anything. Like everyone in the world, every country you ever go into, people are like Chandler. Yeah, like, there's nowhere on earth that you could be not Chandler from Friends.
Huge. And then some people might adapt to that better.
Well, I mean, you could always just parlay it into a successful acting career, like the others did.
Well, successful. I mean, Jennifer Aniston, you'd say, has a successful career.
A few rom-coms. But even her, she's not like a huge film star.
None of them have done a role that's bigger than Friends.
To be honest, I don't think they need to. If you're getting paid $1 million per episode for 20 seasons or whatever, however many, like, and plus the residuals are just.
Apparently, they still get like $15 million a year a piece just off the residuals. So.
Great. That's so good, isn't it? We got to do Friends.
Yeah.
Which one did you be? Which character are you, Ross?
No, you know what? After I rewatched a bit of Friends, and I always thought Chandler was like the funniest one. But after rewatching it, you saw like Ross actually his like comic timing and comedy is actually fucking good.
That's age getting
yeah.
Man.
Oh, it was good.
When you're young, you want to be Chandler. When you're young, you want to be Joey. Then you're an adult, you want to be Chandler. Now you're an old man.
Yeah, you want to be Ross.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah,
I mean, they all Lisa Kudrow, I would say. Like
she's quite cool.
She's cool.
But one thing I don't is like, wait, they all look terrible. Or they all look. Who cares?
They're just old. Yeah.
Yeah, people age, man. I think this is the thing. Like you've got this.
Lisa Kudrow has aged like gracefully, whereas like Courtney Cox has obviously had a lot of work.
And Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox is like just
everything.
Wow.
But that's what they want to have. If that's what they want to look like, then fucking why not? I mean, they're all sitting next to James Corden, so they all look buff.
Yeah. I can't believe that James Corden was the worst bit about that show by a mile.
Yeah, but you could say that about any show. No,
yeah, that's true.
I think it's a shame because I really liked James Corden when I was growing up because I really liked Gavin and Stacey, and I thought it was really funny, and I liked how he wrote it with Ruth... Jones, that's it. And I thought, wicked, and like the way he just sort of seemed like a funny, just likeable guy from England. And then now he's I don't know what he's done recently.
It's just good. The worst.
He's just everywhere. He's overexposed.
But he must be super rich.
And
fair play to him for a Brit who broke it in America.
Yeah, but it's just
impressive. But apparently he's a cock.
And also it just made no sense him being there and him just like talking and stuff.
But wasn't it his TV production company?
Yeah, it's his production company that made it. But like I just think like why ram him in there? Just get.
Well, let's hope people are saying this about us one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's overexposed. Why put him in there? Instead of us going up to the BBC Film Group being like, we're comedians. And they're like, yeah, we know.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing at the Brit Awards? Oh, well, we'll interview someone.
Actually, we're looking for writers. Do you know anyone?
Yeah.
You must be connected. Right. let's move on. Thank you. That was the news. Thank you for bringing the news, Tom. We've got our regular feature, Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way.
Oh, yeah, hit me with it.
Which we'll be talking about. So this is where listeners, thank you listeners, have come in with their problems, their life mares, and for some reason are asking us for advice. Who knows why that is? That is the real problem, is that they've come to us for wisdom. But here we go. I thought this one would be quite good because I feel like this one probably quite relatable to you, actually, Tom.
Okay, here we go.
I can't find jeans that are ripped enough. No, it's not that.
Classic ad.
Yeah. I think that the guy my friend has a crush on might actually like me.
Okay.
So what do I do in that situation?
I think the guy who my friend has a crush on may actually like me.
So a situation where you and your friend's like, oh my God, that person's so cute, I really like them.
Yeah.
But that person's feeling you a bit more.
Yeah.
How do you play that situation?
So obviously this is a situation that's happened between me and you like most of the time. So like this is
I've always
something very relatable.
I've always let you have them.
That's what you tell yourself. I would say.
I always let you have them.
I would say. That's what you tell your friends. Like, yeah, mate. I just let him have them. Yeah. I didn't even want it.
I'm reminded of when we were hosting Vauxhall in that period between. It might have even been December. Oh, it might have been Halloween actually, because I think people were in fancy dress. And the woman came up to both of us with masks on, and then pulled your mask down, and then pulled my mask down, and then went to you and pointed to you and went, "You're a hottie," and then walked off. And I was like, and what am I? Clearly not.
Naughty hottie.
You are naughty hottie.
You're naughty hottie.
But I would say, first of all, with this situation, one, is he interested in your friend also? I'll get the hard facts here, because you don't want to. Two, do you like him? This is a big question. Like, is she saying that she likes him, or is he just saying that he fancies her? Because if she's not interested, just completely distance yourself from the situation. Just like, there's nothing to do with me. I'm not interested in you. If you do like me, that's great, but I'm just going to pay you no interest because I don't care. You just distance yourself from the situation. If you do like him,
how do you distance? So let me get the situation. So you're there. Let's just say, for argument, I'm there. And I like this woman,
right?
And you know,
she's
me, liking you,
but I'm not interested.
But we're all hanging out as a group, and you're interested, but she's cracking onto you. How do you do that? But not make it look awkward? Because it can be a condescending thing as well. If I'm sitting here and I can see you going like, oh, you should talk to Ali. Talk to Ali. And,
no, I would maybe like have a conversation. Just be like, oh, what's your type? Describe the polar opposite, or be like. Tell him like people that you're dating, or like just make it abundantly clear that you're not interested.
Okay.
That you are not. If you're not interested,
good at that.
Yeah, just you make it clear. Just be like, look, I'm not interested in you. I'm sorry, I'm just not, and I'm looking to date other people, and that's it, right? You make it abundantly clear, and then just sort of like don't go out of your way to talk to them in social situations. Just sort of, everyone knows how to distance themselves from a social situation.
So what if you're into that person?
If you're into him. Well, then you need to be sure. And I think you should then sit down.
Have sex with them.
No. I would then sit down, if you're into them.
On their face.
And you're sure that they're into...
See what they do.
Yeah. And you're sure that they're into you, then I think you need to sit down and have a conversation with your friend. Because you may sit down with your friend and be like, look, I really like him and he really likes me. And he's not interested in you. That's a bit harsh.
And clearly he ain't into you.
Yeah, and just be like,
how do you know with the other person? Do you talk to the other person first and say?
Yeah, you probably have to have a conversation and just be like, look, would you mind? And you know what? If you're really good friends and nothing has happened between them,
you can watch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll tell you how it is. I'll do an audio recording.
But if nothing's happened between them, okay, like if they're not dating or anything, they just then I think if you have a mature adult conversation with your friend and be like, look, I'm into it. Is this okay? I think if nothing has happened between them, I don't think that that's a bad thing for your friend to be like, agree and be like, okay, yeah, I'll step aside.
Fair. Cool.
Because if nothing's going to happen between them, but you then it's just a wasted. That person's being then selfish.
Fair. Okay. Cool. Good advice. And the good thing is as well. Well, I'll give you another one that's similar then, just quickly. Think I'm falling for two people at the same time.
I mean, are you dating the two people? What are they just...
Let's fill in some holes here with no context.
Hey.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry.
So let's say they're dating two people
At the same time.
and they're falling for both of them.
You're going to have to make a choice at some point.
How do you make the choice?
I mean,
What do you do?
you can attempt the thruple.
The thruple.
The thruple, yeah.
You can attempt the thruple if you want.
Would you actually go up to someone
I
and be
would
like,
say that is successful 1% of the time.
0.01%?
The Indian variant is more... has a better rate of success even if you get the vaccine than that working out for you.
Yeah.
So I would...
Yeah. AstraZeneca's got a better rate to
survival
fight off
rate.
Delta squad coming in. Delta squad variant.
So
Okay.
you could attempt a thruple. You could just be brutally honest, or you're gonna have to make a decision.
How do you make that decision?
There will be someone that you like more.
But how do you make that decision?
You just take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror and you go, if the world was ending tomorrow, who would I rather be with in that room with the world ending? And then you make that decision then.
Okay, Mr. Blobby.
Yeah.
Fucking legend.
Sexy.
Yeah. Shaggy Mr. Blobby. That's quite
Really,
right.
really nice voice.
Yeah. Charmer.
Wow.
A good one I do is if I have a decision between a few things, I think if one was removed, if one was out of the decision, so if one person came up to you and said, I don't like you, this will never work, which one are you going to be more upset about?
Yeah.
So think about that.
There will be one that you like more.
Yeah.
And you just need to make that
Have
decision.
a think. So finally on this Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way, we have a catch up with someone else you messaged him before.
Okay.
Don't need advice. That's it.
You guys suck.
You guys suck.
Stop talking.
You've ruined my life.
Yeah.
Should never have listened to you. Don't need advice, but I messaged you ages ago about moving back to the Midlands and being worried about what would happen with the guy I'd been seeing in Devon.
Oh shit! Yeah, give a little refresh. So what was it? The original story was
so she had been living with her parents in Devon during a lockdown and had started dating this guy, and it had been going well, but she was moving back to the Midlands.
Yeah.
So she was asking, do I try long distance? Should I just break up with him? I don't know what he wants. What do you think? And we said, fucking do what you want, mate. But
some airy fairy shit. No, we said there's no reason that long distance couldn't work. We said you could meet in London or whatever, so you could try it and see how it goes.
What do you think's happened?
I think they've definitely broken up. They were young as well. It was uni, wasn't it? Because they were departing for uni.
Well, she was doing PhD.
Yeah.
So she's a bit older, I guess, but still a student. And being worried about what would happen with the guy I've been seeing in Devon. He came to stay with me for a week. This is a bit of a tricky sentence. He came to stay with me for a week a couple of weeks ago, and long distance is going good.
Oh.
So thanks for the advice to stick with it.
Great. Perfect.
I can't believe that.
So we've actually had a payoff. This is unbelievable.
You should comment on our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
to balance it out.
Yeah, all the hate speech. We need some nice shit in there as well.
But that is wonderful. That's from Beth, friend of the show.
Good.
Never have her on, but
great.
Thank you. That's great. And well done. I'm glad it's going well at the moment. So keep it up.
Keep it up. Keep up the good work, everyone.
And that was Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way.
Right.
So now we move on to our final regular segment, which is Fail Mail. We have got you guys messaging in your responses to what is your guilty pleasure? What is the thing that you like that everyone else seems to hate? So got some interesting responses here. A lot of them food, not going to lie. Tom, do you want to kick us off or do you want me to start?
So I'll be honest, none of these are that weird or...
Also, the person who said you, okay, fine.
A lot of drinking.
What?
Yeah, I know. Self-improvement videos on YouTube. The really bad ones.
Oh, right, okay. I get.
What's a really bad self-improvement video?
It's probably ones where it's like a person who's in a dark room going, "This is how I got so successful.
Yeah.
You gotta eat Dorito chips 8 times a day." Or they might probably be really cringy ones.
You all need to invest in my Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's probably just
Flopsy coin. It's the best.
Flopsy coin. It's really stupid ones where they got it's love yourself.
Buy these crystals.
Yeah, buy these. Yeah, probably that.
Buy these crystals. Plane spotting.
Well, okay. Wow.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
That's got to have been a hard hobby last year.
Yeah.
Plane spotting got really rare.
Yeah. Probably increased the rare, more impressive. Watching Modern Family when my baby naps. I feel I should be recording or replying to people.
What? No, take your time. Chill out. Everyone getting guilty over these nice things that they're doing.
Yeah.
Go do some plane spotting while your baby naps.
Having ice cream. I don't.
Oh, come on. Right, let's get it.
Pork scratchings.
But this is... Well, because obviously nowadays you can't have pork scratching, an English dish like that. You can't have it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of that. You know who's making you feel guilty? The fucking liberal loonies.
Liberal elite, mate. The thing, it's just a lot of people saying trash TV, a lot of loving reality TV shows.
I've got a few here. Do you like reality TV?
I'm not going to not watch Love Island.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah.
You've got to learn how to get on.
Yeah, exactly. What could have been?
Sitting down in the shower.
If you got offered Love Island, would you actually do it?
I've told you this before. I couldn't do it.
You would die. Yeah, I forgot you'd die.
So I wouldn't be offered, and we've talked about being offered dating shows in the past, but I would never do, as my first instance especially, I would never do something where the editing is out of my control. Yeah, but then I'd be known for what? You get the wrong fans. You get people coming to see me, and then I'm all there being like dick jokes, and they're like, yeah, to be fair, that is fucking funny.
Yeah. This bloke, he's hilarious.
But then I start talking about men's mental health, and they're like,
yeah, and they go on your Instagram and like, yeah, he does generic observations. I fucking like it.
Yeah, fair. No, true. They're like very relatable. Actually, it's good strategy.
Yeah. Get on.
But no, I wouldn't go on. I don't want to be something I'm not in control of editing for your breakout. I think
Did you see the Guardian story about Love Island makers saying LGBT contestants bring logistical difficulties?
Yeah. I saw someone retweet that, be like, Mum, Dad, I'm a logistical difficulty.
Yeah. But I guess from a show perspective, because unless they were going to make half the house, I mean, and then half the house.
Surely that seems fairly obvious, though.
Yeah.
You have two houses.
You just have to do a gay version, don't you?
Yeah. The logistical difficulty is that most people are homophobic. Even if they're not overtly homophobic, they're subtly homophobic.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's kind of like. I think it's kind of like. Okay, cool.
Go down well.
So if
what if they just?
They don't want to see a relationship. It's like drag. It's like Drag Race. It doesn't show like the contestants getting off with each other. And it's the types of people who are all like, look, I don't mind gay people do what you want. Gay people got whatever. Just don't put it in my face. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's more the whole
notion of the show.
Yeah, the crux of the show is you hook up with someone. And if we all went on and it was like Love Island ADIF pod, it's like, okay, we have to hook up. It kind of, and none of us are gay. It's kind of.
Well, we wouldn't be on the LGBT one then.
But that's what they're saying. They're saying mixing. No. They're saying mixing it.
LGBT and half.
No, but why don't they have two houses or two times? Why don't they have a gay man and a gay woman?
Just segregate it. Keep it separate.
Yeah, but that's fucked up itself. Do segregated houses. I don't think that's okay either.
No, but isn't that'd be the point, wouldn't it? It's like this is for, the other one is for hetero people, and then we've got.
Let's be honest. Gay Love Island is going to be a lot that than straight Love Island.
Great.
It'd be the best show.
I honestly think they just know it wouldn't sell as well. 100%.
Love Island.
Yes, that is good. I mean, that is a different one.
Bisexuals.
As well. Yeah, but then you could have it half.
Yeah.
But everyone's bisexual and see what happens.
That's what you want to have.
That would be good.
It'd be interesting.
But the gay men and the gay women would be good as well. But they will not do that. Because people don't in this country will not. They won't support it.
They could certainly put bisexual people in the house. I think without it causing any.
It's still such a. My friend sent me this about being gay and being openly gay and.
Adam Kumas, fan of the show.
And it's like, well, he might be, but
no, I'm joking.
He's got a girlfriend, so I hope. so for her sake, I hope not. But every day is a march. You get, shouted at and fucking looked at and all that sort of stuff, and people are very civil with gay people, I think, in this country, but they will not stand for watching gay men get off every week on ITV1. I just think that's why they know it's not going to sell, and it's sad. I think that's very sad.
Putting gay, but the thing is, the issue I think with Love Island is putting gay people. You'd have to, because the whole point of the show is there's a variety of people to pick from, so they would, they'd have to make it sort of half LGBT house and then a half straight house.
I think because
you couldn't just chuck in two. You couldn't just chuck in a couple of gays.
I think what Ali is saying is that even with an all-gay Love Island, people in this country do not want to watch that.
And brands will be scared to get involved. 100%.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
Ali, how can you say this during Pride Month?
Yeah.
I know, but I think it's sad.
I think there is an element of truth to what you're saying.
They won't go and support watching men getting off with each other. I don't think they will. This country.
I think Britain's
the way this country votes. Are you serious?
You think?
No, people are civil. It's like what Get Out was saying about racism. It's not overt racism that people are like burning crosses and going, get out of our country. It's more the thing of, I love gay people. I love Drag Race where they all get up and do dances and stuff. I don't want to watch them.
But I don't think. But I don't think
that's the majority of people.
I don't think that's an issue. Like, it's kind of like if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
Yeah. No, but
I think if it's not going to be popular, that's not a problem.
But that's why they wouldn't do it.
But so if it's not going to be popular, then they're not going to do it. And just say that's why. I don't think it's going to be as popular.
I think they should try it.
I think. Look, as someone who's sort of delved into, worked with, lots of gay people.
I know gay people. Yeah.
No, as in, like everyone here.
Someone who had a gay mate.
Everyone who works at this place is generally gay.
Yeah.
This is Vauxhall, by the way.
Yeah.
In Vauxhall. Yeah. It's like it will be fucking amazing television, and I think it'd be great.
I think it would be cool to have. I think what a sidestep would be to have a bi house like that. But
yeah, I think put bisexual contestants in a regular house could be absolutely.
And it's about selling this around the world as well, man. It's not even just in this country. It's about exporting that to other countries.
Well, they export it. They just do the regular.
I don't think. Is there a Saudi Love Island?
That would be fucking hard. Which of these women do you want to choose?
You get the chop. It's different.
Yeah. Oh god. It is tough. I guess that was one of the positives of Big Brother was that they had gay contestants.
But I think, look, the UK has always had a long history of super camp personalities on TV. And I don't think there's that issue. But I do also think Ali is touching on something there where if it is just... how long is Love Island? Half an hour every night of just guys just getting off with each other. I don't know if that's got the same appeal because of just just by the numbers. 1 in 10 people are gay. That means 9 out of 10 probably aren't going to be as into that as because it's just a porn show essentially. It's soft porn.
But straight porn is A-OK. Yeah.
It's not A-OK. It's just it's going to have a smaller demographic who are going to be into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think.
It makes it an interesting.
I'd love to see it.
I just do half and half. Do half the house LGBT and half the house straight, and see what happens. Could be interesting if some of the so-called straight, guests go in there and find out they're not so straight. That would be, people would watch it.
Maybe, but considering the sort of people who go on the show, I think they're exactly the type of women who get off with other girls in front of guys.
I'm thinking of guys,
No, but I don't think.
Of course you are, Tom.
Yeah, what else is new? But but that's what I think of it. I think it's sad that they wouldn't consider it because I think it's a financial decision. So FailMail. This is guilty pleasures. Sitting down in the shower.
Okay.
That's quite a sad image.
Well, I was like feeding pigeons in the park.
Not if you have a shelf. If you've got like a little bench thing in the shower, that's fine. If you're just sat down in a stand-up cubicle.
You're having a shower sex bench. I don't know.
You have a bench in your shower?
No, I don't. But I've seen some where it's like that'd be quite cool.
I just mooch after doing this podcast.
Like washing your legs, sitting down, having a little wash of the feet. Okay. It's fine because washing your feet in a shower can be a precarious situation.
Yes, true enough.
Soaping up the foot,
it's true.
Putting it down, very slippy.
You are getting old, Mooch.
I am also getting old.
Eating alone with no one to disturb me, or even worse, to share my food.
Wow. Okay, these are all quite insight into your facts.
Well, all of this is just me.
I'm sorry, mine are real people and not my problem is self-improvement and eating ice cream. So the third Spider-Man movie, I know everyone hates it, but I find it the funniest.
It was
Fair. Have you ever watched
Tobey Maguire's third? I've seen all Spider-Man. Yeah.
Tobey Maguire in the MCU, that YouTube channel.
Oh no!
It puts Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man films and cuts him into Marvel, like huge Marvel bits, and it's funny because they do like clips of him like dancing from.
It's the nerdiest shit I've ever heard.
It's great. You gotta watch it. Marmite, because I'm Mexican and people can't believe it. Actually, no. I'm spelled it wrong. Marmaid. I think she's saying mermaid.
Mermaid.
Okay, so I think
mermaids.
Guilty Pleasure is
the
mermaids.
Little Mermaids.
No, not even Little Mermaid. I think just mermaids because she's Mexican and people don't believe it in Mexico.
Right.
I think she's saying mermaid, but just
okay.
So there you go. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. There you go. Burnt popcorn.
Oh no, thanks.
What's that about? Why do you like that?
No, that's weird.
Getting my nose swabbed during a COVID test. There's something satisfying about it.
No, it's horrible. I don't. You never had your eyes run and want to vomit more at the same time.
Well, they watch this pod, so.
Yeah. Ketchup on a pizza.
Oh no,
you're killing it.
Sick.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Sick.
I'm not sure if everyone hates it, but I dip my pizza crust in my Coca-Cola and eat it.
You what? You absolute
These are guilty pleasures.
To be honest, look. Don't knock it till you tried it. Who's done the whole chips in milkshake?
Yeah, but that's different.
But why is that different?
Chips in McFlurry, because the McFlurry, like basically a chip, right, is like
salty.
It's just a salty like. There's no real potato in that. It's basically just batter. So batter and ice cream makes sense, right? Whereas
a crust which is just basically butter, and sugar, which is basically ice cream.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, look, just don't knock it till you tried it. So, they could be talking about low quality pizzas here, which is, the crust is just horrible.
I think maybe that's the next thing. Next week we do that. We all get a pizza in and then
dip it in our Coke.
Not like Coke. Reality TV. Specifically, the Love and Hip Hop franchise. You ever heard of this?
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop. Oh, it's quality
Is it good? Yeah,
banging.
Okay.
Like reality TV show, there was Love and Hip Hop, and then there was like, was it Rock of Love? And one of the girls from there went. She got pissed off at another girl and went did a shit on her bed.
What?
Bring up reality TV style, like shitting on bed, or maybe shitting on the floor. Or no, she just did a shit on the floor. Like there was a girl who did a poo somewhere.
I mean,
in a house.
Is it going to be on YouTube? That you have to go onto other
Love and Hip Hop.
Maybe it was Love and Hip Hop, or it might have been Rock of Love. One of the ones where they had to like.
How being so angry at someone you shits?
Yeah, girl shits MTV reality show.
Marnie, that's mad. A couple others then quickly before we get that up. So want to live with this woman. I thoroughly enjoy cleaning the bathroom. Love getting it squeaky clean. The joy.
Flavor of Love?
Yeah, maybe it was Flavor of Love, yeah.
Marmite spaghetti.
Oh, no.
Sounds rank, but it's so good.
Have we got it?
I'm just, that's not coming through on the audio, so fine. I'm just going to watch this.
Almost got it. Lentil soup. Fine. Adam Sandler movies.
Oh no, that's not. I guess
it depends what
Adam Sandler.
It depends with which one do you think is an acceptable Adam Sandler movie to genuinely love, not to be like I love it because it's silly.
It's great.
No, I think this is there's not. That's a Safsky. They're Safsky brother films. We're talking about an
Happy
Adam
Gilmore.
Sandler.
Good film. I like that.
That's probably one you get away with. Waterboy.
Big Daddy. No, not Waterboy. Not Waterboy.
Not Waterboy. Why not?
I think if you rewatch Waterboy, there's quite problematic things with Waterboy.
What's the one?
Nah.
What's the one where he's a rich kid?
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
I've got this video.
Okay.
Do you want to watch this?
Yeah.
I don't think they actually show the poop.
But you got the fact there was a reality star, even if they don't show it, where someone got annoyed enough to do a poop is.
After we do the toast, I was like, what is that
Flavor of Love?
the smell in my crib, yo? Right now.
Wait, is that Flavor Flav?
That is Flavor Flav.
So it was like The Bachelor with Flavor Flav as the person that you win.
Went out of frame for a minute, but then she came back.
But
she just went and she just did a little poo on the floor.
Wow.
hey, welcome.
Cheers, man.
This is
Why did
insane.
you do that?
Have a good time, y'all.
Why would
Camera
you just,
time is important.
After we do the toast,
Something.
something takes off upstairs.
Oh my god, that's nasty. I smelled it.
Someone literally did a poo.
Elimination is over. I just want a sigh of relief. So I take this deep breath and what is that smell?
I thought she was going to say that's what she did.
Yeah, I know.
Who did it?
And as I'm going up the steps,
She's called
I looked
Spunky, this
down,
woman.
And I was like, no.
Hey, watch
Watch your step. I like
Who did it?
Oh, yeah, watch out.
What is that?
They did it on the
That
stairs.
is
as well.
crazy.
Watch out. I think
I was like, wait a minute, I know we don't have no dogs in here, but they're on my stairs.
That is mad.
What I love is he's questioning this while wearing a Viking hat.
Yeah, and a giant clock.
He's like, you
He's
just don't
fake
act like that.
Like, it's just like, if you've pissed off this guy,
Who comes to a reality show and is like, right, I know how I'll make my name in the reality world. I'll do a crap on shit on the
And to be
stage.
fair, we're watching it years later. Let's get through a few more of these. Cheese and ham sandwiches, nothing wrong with that. Pineapple pizza, where do you stand?
Not for me.
Not for me. Mooch, pineapple pizza?
you know what? Every now and again, my mum is an advocate of it, and it's all right, but it's not what I order.
Okay, fair. Celine Dion music.
Yeah, bang on.
Got some bangers, nothing guilty about that. Pickles in a hamburger. Yeah, I don't like them.
No.
I've grown to it. You know what? Actually, pickles in a kebab, shawarma.
Shawarma.
That's banging,
Very
and I never used to like them, but now I ask for extra pickles.
Yeah, it's true. You get a falafel shawarma place round near where I used to work. Yeah, banging, put pickles in it. Anyway, grilled chicken skin.
What?
Delicious.
That's
That is nice,
What?
exactly.
That's
Pepsi and Benson Hedges. Fair play.
that is a real fucking.
That's a old school.
old bloke.
Someone said British food. Don't worry, I've already
Yeah.
reported them to immigration. And Marmite peanut butter, olives and mushrooms.
Marmite,
all sound
peanut
alright,
butter,
to be fair.
Together?
olives and mushrooms.
This is what-
together. You're a freak.
Yeah.
but
on their own,
separately,
okay.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Going out of the mall with no purchases, the resistance to capitalism, which I think is fine. And I'll just see quickly if there's any on the ADIF account. But I think my followers, they have maybe a bit more personality than yours.
I love the time and effort gone into this. We could have just prepared this beforehand.
We could have, true
But
enough.
no,
The
it's
musical
just-
Cats. I just think the music is fun.
Well, if you're talking about the stage show, then yeah, fair. Loads of people like that. If you're talking about the film, then that's
Another
honestly,
James Corden
masterstroke.
masterstroke.
Honestly, the worst thing I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it, but it's
so
worth seeing.
bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Like,
Okay.
it's horrible to watch.
But is it like, what was the worst film that's ever made?
I don't know.
No, it's like it's just so weird. Yeah, The Room. Yeah.
The Room, yeah. Is it as bad as that is good?
No, it's like it's boring and just shit.
fair.
But I probably would have
been
had
reading
the
my
same
reviews?
opinion about
Yeah.
Cats the musical anyway.
Oh, yeah,
If
but
you
you
saw,
love the musical.
honestly, if you
No,
saw Cats the musical
Musicals
live,
are
you'd be
great.
like, oh, that's great. You'd be
It's
like,
impressive.
oh, wow.
Well, what have they lost from there?
Memories all alone in the moon.
All right, last few. Coldplay. Classic.
Classic.
Cleaning my ears with cotton buds. What's wrong with that? That's great. I love doing that. No?
Shouldn't do it, apparently.
Apparently not.
Apparently, yeah, but actually, I had some counter research
here
to
we
the
go.
argument that you shouldn't because it pushes it in. And actually, they did a study of people who had cleaned with cotton buds, and they found there was less wax in their ears than the people who didn't.
Oh,
Not at all.
fucking hell. Who cares?
I do
This is
wanna
what
go
Daily
and
Mail do.
get-
They do an article on each.
Yeah.
They do an article pro and against,
Yeah.
and it just finds whatever you think.
My guilty pleasure is watching videos of people having things extracted from their ears.
Yeah, I like spots being popped.
Dr. Pimple Popper and ear excavations are
You guys need.
crack.
This
Yeah.
is what long-term relationships is, isn't it? It's just you.
So
sit
we
at
can't all
home,
have fun and
YouTubes.
go out.
Whereas I'm out crying every night.
You know, he's out cruising the internet for young.
No, I'm watching Toby in the MCU.
Yeah.
I'm watching Tobey Maguire in the MCU. That's why I'm. All right, last two. No, so last one. Sorry, bacon and marmalade sandwiches.
No.
What do we think?
I do like marmalade, don't get me wrong.
I think it could work. I mean, it's kind of like maple syrup and bacon.
I have eaten sausages and marmalade. Not terrible.
I mean, you got like sausages that have apple and stuff inside them, don't you?
exactly. Might be
I don't
right.
think it'll be awful, but I'm not really a fan.
Fair. Well, that was your guilty pleasures. So thank you so much for sending them in. Thankfully, no one said this podcast just because no one enjoys
Yeah.
it. Guilty or otherwise. But this has been another episode of All I Do Is Fail. My name is Ali Woods. You can find me on Ali Woods Gigs on all social medias. And every Tuesday night, we are here at Vauxhall Comedy Club doing stand-up comedy with some special guests. Please do come any Tuesday that works for you if the BBC aren't filming. Tom.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for listening. I am Tom Elwes. You can follow me at all good social media platforms. But yeah, see you on Tuesday
yeah.
if you come down. We love doing this, and we will continue to do so.
And if we haven't said already, because we haven't said it in ages, but if you can drop us 5 stars on iTunes and give it a good review, that helps.
That helps.
No worries if not. And also you can find us on all social channels at ADIFPod. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.